Welcome to my video. I am Fatih ÇAKAR, and this is a homework video prepared for the lesson Introduction to Nanoscience and Nanotechnology. My topic is Nanotechnology in Sports, and the title of my presentation is Nanotech for the Win. If you take an overview, this video contains definition of nanoscience and nanotechnology, a brief overview of nanotechnology history, nanomaterials, advantages and disadvantages of nanomaterials in sports products, and effect of nanotechnology in sports, and conclusion. First of all, understanding the nanoscience is very important. Nanoscience is having dimensions of a few nanometers, and a nanometer is 1 billionth of a meter. Nanoscience is the study and manipulation of materials at the nanoscale that we talk. It's not only engineering or physics, it's the whole with all of the science disciplines such as physics, chemistry, biology, and material science. If you take a brief overview of the history of nanotechnology, the American physicist Richard Feynman is the person who put the idea of nanotechnology. Feynman lectured "There is plenty of room at the bottom" at an American Physical Society meeting at Caltech in 1959, which is often held to have provided inspiration for the field of nanotechnology. And the emergence of nanotechnology as a branch of science in the 1980s was a combination of theoretical and public affairs. The combination has developed and disseminated a conceptual framework for the atomic control of matter. Now, I'm gonna talk about nanomaterials. These nanomaterials are fullerenes, carbon nanotubes, silicon nanoparticles, carbon nanofibers, nanoclay, nanotitanium, carbon nanoparticle, nanonickel. One of the main nanomaterials is fullerene. A fullerene is allotrope of carbon, whose molecules consist of carbon atoms connected by single and double bonds, so as to form a closed or partially closed mesh, with fused rings of 5 to 7 atoms. The other one of the main nanomaterials is carbon nanotube, and this is the one of the most used nanomaterials. Carbon nanotube are tube made of carbon with diameter typically measure of nanometers. Carbon nanotubes are as hard as diamond, 10 times stronger than diamond, and 6 times lighter than steel. Because of these qualities, the most ideal materials to obtain a straight and light product are carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes are the most prevalent nanomaterial used in sport equipment, accounting for the 14% of total annual consumption of carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes have a higher specific strength and stiffness. They are 100 times stronger but 6 times lighter than steel, and as stiff as diamond, making them ideal for the low weight. High-strength equipment such as ultra-lightweight bike frames and golf club shafts. Fullerenes are also used to lighten golf clubs by lowering the center of gravity, thereby increasing the golfer's power and accuracy. Graphene oxide and bucker paper, chiseled on a carbon nanotube, also have benefits water sports such as canoeing and boat racing. By incorporating nanotechnology into this equipment, racers can help increase the glide and strength of boats in the water while also reducing their weight. Specific stiffness and specific strength of carbon nanotubes, the prominent nanomaterial component of nano-etchant sports equipment, in comparison with other ordinary materials. This experiment setup is useful for understanding carbon nanotubes. I have added this video to more comprehensively understand how much effect it has on sports equipment. These are the very strength carbon nanofibers. Here we can see the nanofibers pulling out. Now, I'm gonna talk about my main topic, nanotechnology in sports products. Many people play sports every day and there are many things that influence the outcome of the game. The big sports have already gone small and the use of nanotechnology in sport means that minute can change big difference, especially competitively. Nano-etchant equipment can help athletes perform better and it's superior in strength, stiffness and durability compared to normal sport equipment. It can be the difference between winning and losing, but nano-etchant equipment isn't available to all sportsmen and women. Nanotechnology is costly and complicated to work with, meaning there isn't a massive amount of nano-etchant equipment on the market, and what there is expensive. As the big sports continue looking to make improvements, the cost of such technology equipment will hopefully come down, making it available to all. We can say that nanotechnology plays a very big role in sports such as golf, football, and baseball. Special sports equipment was developed by using different materials to increase the performance of the athletes. Nowadays, nanotechnology is the most of the sports products. As you can see, there are some major advantages of nanotechnology products. These products have strong structure, flexibility, wear resistance, long-term strength, low friction, and also can be antibacterial. For example, in golf balls, nanotechnology is using as nanopolymer outer layer and hollow metal core. That allows less rotational speed and lets golf ball go straight and further, and has balanced travel on the air. Golf balls got long-term using because of the strength steel core. Also the high-performance polymer layer transmits the energy as maximum between the golf club head surface and the steel core. On the other side, golf clubs are produced as lighter and they have got stronger shafts. Center of gravity is closer to club head compared to traditional one. That allows balanced strike to athletes and provides high striking power thanks to new nanomaterials. The following statements are in the research, and I got it from an article. Carbon nanotubes, according to the bending stiffness and the torsional stiffness of the golf club shaft to have the optimum conditions. Based on the excellent properties of carbon nanotubes, a golf shaft can increase performance of players. The major factors that determine the characteristic of golf club shaft are amount and degree of dispersion of carbon nanotubes and type of main material. For another example, silicon dioxide nanocrystal is used while manufacturing of tennis rackets. These nanocrystals improve performance of rackets, provides more strength and balance. Because of lightweight, new rackets allows to more accurate service and service returns. The famous tennis player Federer, who has achieved many successes, also uses a racket produced with nanotechnology. Also, nanotechnology is used in tennis balls. Melted nanoclay in the ball increases performance and durability. Nanoclay keeps the gases in the ball inside. Thanks to nanoclay, balls are more durable to bounce. Ordinary snowboards have voids between carbon fibers, and this is one of the manufacturing failure. Performance is increased by filling these voids with silicon dioxide nanocrystals. That provides low maintenance interval, high speed thanks to low friction and more stiffness. One of the popular products made with nanotechnology is bicycles. Nowadays, bicycles have got 30% reduction in weight with carbon nanotechnology. Nanotechnology also provides high vibration absorption. That contributes a lot to bicycle races, especially mountain and dirt races. A material called black gel, consisting of carbon nanoparticles, is used for bicycle tires. So, Softer tires that are not worn can be produced by nanotechnology. A bicycle frame, wherein a portion of the frame includes a substrate and a layer of nanostructured material having an average grain size in the range of about 2 nanometers to 5000 nanometers, extending over at least a portion of the substrate, wherein a conductive interface is disposed between a substrate and layer of nanostructured material for improved adhesion of the layer of nanostructured material to the substrate and improve impact of performance frame portion. In this study, it's seen that the performance is highly improved. Oscar Pereira CEO at Tour de Romandie 2007 riding a Pinarello bicycle containing carbon nanotubes. Speedboats are manufacturing using nanotechnology as well. NanoXL is a material that has a high strain and light substance. Yamaha was able to produce 25% lighter boats. Boats have become lighter and got high power performance ratio, acceleration and top speed limit. Nanotechnology is using in ice axes as well, with the steel alloy called Sandvik nanoflanks. 20% lighter and 60% harder than steel products are produced. Even in sport glasses, nanocoating is applied to glasses. That prevents dust and dirt adhesion, condensation and stretching of the glasses. Nanomaterials is using in shin pads too. Lighter and more strength products can be produced. For example, in football, shin pads are so important. Using new product, footballers got more protection against kicks, even with the lighter shin pads. To give more examples, new athletic shoes may be made in order to make the shoe lighter and the athlete faster. Baseball bats are already on the market are made with carbon nanotubes that reinforce the resin, which is said to improve its performance by making it lighter. Other items such as towels are on the market and used by players to prevent illnesses thanks to antibacterial property. The nanotechnology has made its way into the world of racing. In particular, it has made land speed record-setting cars even faster. To prove this, Nanotech USA applied their nanobionics treatment to the niche motorsport speed cars prior to the Speed Week 2008 at the Bonneville Sand Flats in Utah this year. Despite using a 50% less than usual mixture of nitromethane fuel mixture, they were able to gain a speed that was 38 miles per hour faster than their previous top speed. The self-assembling nanoparticles dock directly to the molecules of paint and metal within the pores of the material. The nanobionic smart particles molecules self-align themselves, forming new structure. This product also has the beneficial side effect of making any surface it's applied to much easier than clean. Simple soap and water method of cleaning will keep the surface looking very good. The stadium is a professional place that people enjoy the sport training, competition and exercise. The construction of the stadium from the wall, ground, glass, sound-absorbing panels have nanometer materials involved. The stone floor and the wall-laying nanomembrane are in up to 15,000 meters square. The thicknesses of the stone ground surface paving was from 10 to 100 nanometers in size. Stone in the pores on the inner wall of reaction to form a film. Thin film, low surface tension to prevent liquid water ingress, and the stone more easy to clean. The film also maintains a stone texture and the air permeability. The moisture of the stone can breathe out, avoid moisture, long-term accumulation, prevent rust and mildew, enhance the life of stone. The nanometer coating was applied to the stadium wall, including nanometer coating material for inner and the nanometer coating for exterior wall. Inner wall paint basically was to use its unique photocatalyzed technology, decomposition and elimination of formaldehyde, anomia and other harmful gases, fresh in the air and has strong antibacterial ability to resist pollution. Exterior wall paint mainly used the low surface tension, the high adhesion ability, and the hard toughness characteristics, which strengthen the wall self-cleaning, reduces the dirt adhesion, resisted to the ultraviolet light, and kept the brightness and the sheen properties. In addition, with the development of modern sports development, artificial turn increasingly likely will replace the natural grass. While in the high-intensity resistance exercise, the turf fibers of artificial turf demonstrated low strain and poor increasing flexibility. Beside of all these advantages, there are some disadvantages. Due to their small size and high reactivity, they can lead to dangerous diseases, such as breathing problems and cancer. Also, they are too expensive. In conclusion, we can say that these nanomaterials help to produce very useful and quality products, and nanotechnological products highlight these features. From another perspective, many prominent sport persons are opting to have nano-incorporated sporting equipment to enhance their performance. However, being an expensive technology, nano-enhanced sporting equipment cannot be afforded by each and every sports person unless each component athlete is given some sporting equipment. It would be unfair and difficult to judge the natural sporting ability and human sprint. I thank you all listening to my presentation and watching my video.